You're listening to The Breakfast Show with Belle and Liam. They're on your radio, and that's why you can't see them. So stay for a while, they're gonna make you smile. And whatever you do, don't touch that dial. You're feeling fine, waking up to the sunshine with Belle and Liam.
G'day there, podcaster.
Hey, these are some of our favourite bits. Well, technically, I think we've said this before. It's sort of like the boss's favourite bits from the week. There is one piece in there which we would consider a stinker, possibly the worst thing we did this week. See if you can pick it. Enjoy.
All last week, Kylie and Drake's name were getting brought up because everyone was super angry at them because they were using their private jet to jet like for 17-minute flights.
I think it was an 11-minute private jet, and it makes you think, you know, we're all trying to do the right thing here in the little real world, and then you got these celebrities jetting around in their jets.
Turns out that both of those put together have nothing on Taylor Swift. I've brought producer Belle in as well. You're very passionate about the environment, so I thought I'd get you in because you seem like you get angry about this.
Talk about the environment. Quick, get Belle in.
Well, you're
the
the
only one here that cares.
You're the resident green thumb, I would say, which is good. It's a good thing to be known for.
We all should be.
Yeah, everyone does their bit.
Yeah, but you get on your high horse pretty quick. So the pop star has come number one on a new report that has tracked the carbon emissions of celebrities' private jets. So she's right up there.
Oh, yeah.
Number one. Swift's jet flew 170 times between the 1st of January and July 19th. So that's totaling. She was in the air for 16 days.
That's a fair bit of carbon emissions there.
In her defense, a spokesperson has come out and said Taylor's jet is loaned out regularly to other individuals.
Oh, of
We
course.
also don't need to use that.
I always love how they try and defend it. They go, now, hang on.
She only used it for 14 days.
I'm a nice lady. I let other sheiks use my jet sometimes.
Coming in behind Swift on the list, Floyd Mayweather, the boxer.
Money Mayweather.
Money Mayweather's number two. Number three, you've got Jay-Z. And then rounding out the list, Tom Cruise, Jack Nicklaus, and Jim Carrey. That surprises me.
Yeah, right.
I didn't think Jim would be getting around in a jet too often.
I think he's past the point where he's like, well, just
Yeah.
do what I want now.
Yeah, no, he seems like
That
he's
surprised me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, look, everyone draws the line somewhere at being environmentally friendly. And
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
if you're a squillionaire, maybe you go, whatever. I don't want to catch the bus. I'm just going to use my jet.
I'll be dead by the time the world dies.
And sadly, that is the way most people think. I mean, Ben, is there anything that you where do you sort of draw the line as far as?
I draw the line at biodegradable, like reusable coconut sponges. Those things are god awful.
what?
Like coconut, they're like reusable because sponges don't break down.
Yeah.
So you can buy ones that break down, but then they make coconut. So they're super scratchy and they do not wash a thing.
Nah.
They
You
just
You can
scratch.
just use a cloth instead. You can get little cloths that you can wash and then
Nah,
reuse.
sponges are better.
Nope.
More absorbent. Holds a bit more water.
Yeah, no, those things are great. That's why we haven't changed them for hundreds of years. I mean, Belle, for as high and mighty as you are, I'm sure there are some things.
Surely we can break the eco warrior. Belle, where are you drawing the line at being environmentally friendly?
Look, there's one thing that I do use that I've used since like school,
Yeah.
and it's a mascara that there's conflicting views online as to whether it's tested on animals or not. And it's the one mascara that I have to use, and I've used it, like I said, for years, and I refuse to
Think of all
change.
those rabbits with eyebrows on
think about
fleek.
it.
Are you telling me that they test that on like pigs and stuff? So there's like pigs walking around with beautiful eyelashes.
That's not a way to look at it, Ben. No, they
Do you
put it,
reckon the scientists like leave it on?
no, they put it
Just
in
so
their
the pigs can
eye.
walk around for the day like looking gorgeous.
God.
Walking back in. Oh, I'm fleek, girl. Oink, oink. Yeah, girl.
Liam,
Look at those hoofs. How do you get undressed? Because I think I might be doing it a little bit weird. Ben, how are you getting undressed after a long, hard day?
Well, I guess I would take my shirt off. Mm-hmm. And then if I've got a belt on, I'd take my belt off.
Yeah.
Shoes, obviously, they'd come off first. If I had shoes on, they'd be the first thing to come off.
First thing.
So shirt, belt, pants, socks, then underwear.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So I'm going shirt off first. The same in that regard.
Tick.
Then the jeans.
Yeah.
then the jocks, socks last.
Socks last.
So there is a point in my process where I'm starkers and I'm wearing socks. And that's where the problem lies with other people in my household.
Yep.
It's not a great look.
Pretty daggy.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. It's a bit weird, especially if like something pops up in that moment and I've got to go do something like, I just brush my teeth, something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm just walking around
Yep.
with the socks on. And look, when I'm getting dressed, what I do is I go shirt first.
That's super weird.
So
the feeling of having a shirt on
yeah.
with no pants or underwear is
Yeah.
strange.
So I've just always done it this way. I go shirt first, and I look like the crazy frog with his tackle hanging out.
Yeah.
Then socks, then jocks, then jeans.
That's super weird.
Wouldn't it be wild if you put your jocks on after you had your jeans and socks on?
Superman.
That'd be interesting. Hey, 13, 24, 10. How do you get undressed? I don't know, there's only a few combinations, really.
Then again, maybe there's some wild ones
Maybe
out there.
like-
Maybe there's some combinations we haven't even thought of.
I've been told my way's weird, but it's just the way I do it. But
Yeah.
there is no real like textbook. It's not like you get taught
Yeah.
by the book. Everyone just sort of, you get dressed in your own way.
It's personal preference. There's no right or wrong.
Yeah. How do you get undressed? 13 24 10 is the number. If you get in touch with Ben and I, we'll throw you in the draw for Nova's first class and 50K. Kirsty, how are you doing it?
Oh, look, I'm in total and utter agreement, especially in this weather. You can't go stockless.
Yeah, but,
Right, so- yeah,
but you're
okay.
fully naked, so what is the...
Yeah, but that's all right, whatever. I mean, I've got a 7-year-old, so I can get interrupted at any time. So basically, if my feet are cold, the rest of me's cold.
I see. So that's it. You're keeping some of the heat in through the feet. Okay, maybe I'm not as weird after all.
Well, let's find out. Julie, how do you get undressed?
Well, I take my jeans off. I just hook my thumbs in, pull them all off, which is great, time efficient, except sometimes I forget to extract my knickers and been walking along with a girlfriend, all of a sudden out the bottom of my jeans falls out.
I see.
The undies
So
off.
are you saying in one swift move you are taking off the undergarments and the jeans all in one?
Absolutely.
Wow.
You know
Yeah.
what? And the
That's
socks,
interesting.
you would think the socks would also come off in that same go. So
If
you're
you could
essentially
really
doing
get your
three.
thumbs in quick enough,
Yeah.
in one movement,
Yeah.
if you were quick enough, if you jumped back on the bed, you could almost get rid of all three at the same
Yeah.
time. Now that is efficient.
I got so angry last night, Liam, I almost got a divorce.
Well, I mean, that's pretty early. I mean, you're going to be married for 3 months. Surely
Yeah.
you can look past whatever it is,
Well,
man.
let me tell you the story first and you can decide. So I'm a pretty competent person, at least I thought I was. I popped to the shops last night to buy a few things and I text my wife, Sam, and I said, do you want anything? And she texts back, yes, please. Can you please grab me some kimchi?
Okay, well, that...
Where would you even find that?
I don't know what... You'll actually have to refresh me on what kimchi is.
Kimchi's like, it's a Korean dish and it's like fermented cabbage. She loves it.
So you go to a Korean place for that, or you can
Well,
get
I was
that
at,
from...
I was at Woolworths.
Do they have it?
Well, these are all the questions I'm having in my brain.
Yeah, kimchi, I feel like I've seen it on a menu, but I don't think I
Yeah.
know what it is.
So I start going, kimchi. Like, I feel like I know where most things are in the supermarket. I go pretty often, but I had no idea where to even start. I looked on that little sheet of paper, you know, that little aisle sheet, and it tells you where the stuff is.
I've not even seen that.
You didn't know they had
I didn't
that?
know that was an option.
So it's a little cheat sheet. So if you're like, oh, where are the eggs?
Yeah.
On the end of all the aisles, there's a little sheet, and it says where, like, the bread and the eggs are, but
Oh,
it
that's
doesn't say where the kimchi is.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought so.
Yeah.
Is there some sort of fermented aisle?
Well, here's the thing. So after about 10 minutes of walking around, I asked a staff member for help and they took me to the kimchi, but the debacle continues, okay, because there was two sizes of kimchi. So there was a 1.5 kilo tub and there was a kilo tub. So I took a photo, sent it to Sam, said, which one do you want? She replied, that's the wrong kimchi. What do you mean that's the wrong kimchi? How many kimchis are there?
What's the difference between the kimchi you're eating and this kimchi in front of me?
Well, she said that one's not vegan. I wanted the vegan one. I said, you're not even vegan.
Yeah.
She said, no, it tastes better.
Oh, it doesn't. Well, you've had so much of this kimchi that you've been able to sort of work out which ones you're enjoying.
So I said, where's that? And she said, well, that's in the meat-free section. So I said, okay. So I went to the meat-free section. Lo and behold, there's the vegan kimchi. Now, there's a few different brands of vegan kimchi.
I'd imagine the stock's like all there to, there wouldn't be too many people
Yeah.
reaching for the vegan kimchi.
So I took a photo, sent that to her and said, which one do you want? And then my phone rings and she says, oh, are you at Woolworths? The one I want's at Coles.
What?
So at this point I was absolutely furious. And I said, okay, I'll go get that one. And she said, no, don't worry about it. Just come. She could tell I was getting frustrated. She said, don't worry about it. Just come home. I said, no, we've come this far. I'll go and get the effing kimchi.
You're about to boot 1.5 kilos of kimchi across aisle 6.
So I stomped over to Coles. I find the vegan section. I find the kimchi. I grab it. I don't take a photo of it because I'm so furious. I don't double check. I'm fed up by this point. I get home. I slam it down on the counter. I say, there's your vegan kimchi, honey. And she looks at it and says, what's that? That's not vegan kimchi. And then I look at it closer. And turns out I'd bought kimchi-flavoured sauerkraut.
I applaud anyone for doing Dry July. I mean, some people do it for charity, other people do it for health reasons. It's a good thing to do.
That applause right now is for you. If you were doing Dry July and you accomplished it, that applause is for you.
Producer Belle joins us now. You sort of claimed to do Dry July, and I think for the most part you did very well. Looked like you had a few vinos over the weekend. Did you do a wine tour?
No, I just went away with Luke, my partner, and just
to a
went
winery.
But you got so close.
I mean,
like, why didn't you
it's
just...
August now, you know, you can just...
Well, no, we did Dry July.
You didn't.
We did a month.
No, you
and
didn't.
then at the end of the month, the last weekend, well, I'm not going to...
I'm sorry. That's not how it works. It doesn't work. You get to like the last weekend of July and
It's
go,
not called
woo!
Dry most of July.
Yeah.
But it was the 30th and 31st.
I would rather you just wait until next weekend.
Well, sorry,
You set yourself
Ben.
this goal and you didn't accomplish
We
it.
did it for health reasons. We did it so it was a month of like, hey, we've been like, we drink a lot. We go to wineries every weekend, and we thought the last weekend it will be a celebration of our 1 year anniversary. We'll go away, and it's the last weekend of July, so we'll go to a few wineries and reward ourselves.
You're having one right now, Belle.
Oh my God! See, well, you prefer me to do this
Belle's having a
instead?
couple of bundies.
Is it true as well that, correct me if I'm wrong, I reckon it was July 17th, you also had a drink at the Port Melbourne game?
I may have had, we both, Luke and I, may have had one beer each.
So you didn't do Dry July at all?
No, again,
Not even
we did it
close.
we did it for health. It was on our own back. We just said, let's just do it to just kind of ease back on the drinking. So,
Ease up in
halfway-
July. I'm doing ease. I'm doing chill it out a little bit and have a few drinks here and there in July.
It was a halfway reward to go, hey, we're halfway, we get one
You don't
beer.
get halfway rewards in
It
July.
was the Melbourne Port game. And
What does that mean?
Well, because like Melbourne is...
It only happens twice a year. You need to have a drink.
It was a big day.
Yeah. Okay. I'll Belle, please.
Come on,
down.
Belle.
I mean, I know it's
You
August,
wanted this
but please,
instead.
please. Now, look, I know you're doing it for health reasons, but Ben and I did actually put some money together for a charity of your choosing. But after hearing what's happening, well, I suppose we'll have to wait till next year.
It's a real shame.
It's
a real shame.
No.
In the last couple of weeks, we've been doing a bit of an Ask Us Anything. So just sort of no questions, off limits. We promise to answer everything that we see that's sent through. Producer Belle joins us now. Last couple of weeks, there's been some pretty curly ones in there.
People are going hard.
Well, that's it. They're sort of, I suppose, you know, most people know the normal stuff, so they just try and make us feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
How are they today? Are they sort of tepid, or are they?
I love the first question.
They spicy? Are they?
They're spicy.
All right, bring on the spice.
All right. Will Liam have Ben as a groomsman in his wedding, given that Liam wasn't in Ben's?
Well, he was in mine. He was the better man.
Oof. I didn't get to stand up there with you, though. It's very, it's interesting, isn't it? So this is really awkward because, I mean, I haven't even spoken to the groomsman that I intend on having.
I was going to say, yeah, I know that you, because it's a big chat, and it seems like
It's a
something,
big chat,
something
yeah.
that you would take very seriously.
It's something that you would probably like to actually speak to the people first rather than just like spreading it on the radio.
Yeah.
I mean, because I wasn't in your wedding party, Ben, do you think you deserve to be in mine? Like, I suppose that would be the question.
I think it would establish me as the alpha male.
Yeah, which is definitely something that was running through my head. Because, of course, like, I want you a part of it. But,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
it's in my head, I'm like, but I wasn't a part of his. So.
Yeah.
And you got to draw first blood.
Yep.
So I've got 4 places. I think you only had 1.
Yep.
So I've got 4. Do you think you made the cut?
Well, I think I know 2 of the people that would be in it.
Okay. So who have you got?
I would say you definitely have Harry in there.
Harry's a lifelong pal of mine.
Yep.
He's my best man. In fact, we made a pact at a young age that we'd be each other's best
Best
man.
man,
So
yep.
hopefully he doesn't do me dirty too.
Yep. I'm pretty sure Harry, 100% locked
Yeah.
in, best
Mhm.
man. Then I'd say you'd have Sean.
Sean, yeah. So far you've got the order.
Yep.
And then I've got my sister,
Yep.
Geordie.
Yep.
So she wears suits. That's her style. So I wanted her on my side.
Mm-hmm.
And then in last place,
Should I get a drone? Should I get some sort of drum roll?
in last place, keeping in mind I've got many close friends, a lot of people that I love and consider very close to me. In last place, rounding out my form, Ben. Let me finish. Croissanti, Sarah's brother, my future brother-in-law, because we figured we wanted both of our family.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, so unfortunately, Ben, you didn't get the call up this time.
I'm okay with that.
But hey, I'll probably get married tons of times. So. I'm joking. I'm joking. And can I just say I feel weird about it?
About what? Not having me in it?
Yes.
I'm fine.
Oh, I know you would be fine. That's also another consideration, but I just feel like, you know.
I really thought that was going to be a beautiful moment where you asked him on air.
It's fine.
Okay.
But is it? And there'll always be unresolved tension, won't there?
There's no tension.
I feel like there's tension.
There's no tension.
know.
There's no tension.
Cool. Still friends? Or
Still friends.
Cool. Man, this segment is hard, isn't it? It's a lot of, it's like, ooh, you're revealing things you don't want to. Well, welcome to Ground Zero. It feels like a bomb's just gone off in this studio. My ears are ringing. Is it tinnitus? Is that what it's called when they ring? I feel like I've got that. After I revealed that, unfortunately, Ben here, one of my best mates, has not made the cut for my bridal party for the groomsmen.
Yep.
Getting married next year. Look, I suppose it was going to come up at some point, but I would have preferred to do it in a bit of a better way. Obviously, you're a bit, upset about the whole thing.
I'm totally fine. I think you're being weirder about it than I am.
No. It, and obviously I was snubbed at your wedding. I was given the role of the better man, but on the day I didn't have much.
Have you not put me in yours because you weren't in mine?
No, I don't know. It seems there's so much love between us, but we keep playing this cat and mouse game. You hurt me, I hurt you. Where does it end, Ben? Where does it end? When are we going to be honest with ourselves and say...
I'm being honest with you. I'm saying I don't mind. In fact, I'd almost prefer not to be in the bridal party because then I don't have to be in all the photos and I can actually just eat the free food and the free drinks.
We'll be getting a lot of photos, but Mike, don't you worry about that. Why don't we do this? 13-24-10. Were you snubbed from the wedding party? It happens. I was in that boat last year, and it seems Ben is now in that boat. It
seems like we're opening up some old wounds.
Absolutely. But we're both wounded now. And
I'm fine.
We will heal together. I think we'll be stronger for it. Mia, geez. I mean, I know it hurts, but were you snubbed from the bridal party?
I was. So my brother was getting married. About a week later, the bride asked me to be a bridesmaid after they'd already established a bridal team.
Oh, lovely.
And then after that, the maid of honour pulled out, and then I was actually upgraded to maid of honour. So, yeah.
Oh, nice. So the opposite of being snubbed, you were like upgraded.
Well, I was an afterthought, and then a very afterthought when then.
See, I get what you're saying now. Like
yeah, but still,
you feel like you've been snubbed, but really you were upgraded.
I would be pretty stoked if my snub story was I ended up being Ben's best man. To be honest,
but I get what you're saying, though, Mia. You're saying you were an afterthought. Like the bridal party was arranged, and then they added you after, and then you got upgraded when someone else didn't want it.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's right.
There are more brutal stories out there, though.
Yep.
Maybe Ronnie has one of them. Were you snubbed from the wedding party?
100%, yeah. So not only did I not get invited to the first wedding or was part of the wedding party, just had the audacity not to even invite me to her second wedding.
Oh, right. And who was it?
My sister.
Oh!
You'd feel like you should be probably, even if you don't get along that well, you probably should at least have the invite for that one.
That is pretty brutal, Ronnie, getting snubbed by your sister.
My own sister.
Carla.
My best friend asked me to be a bridesmaid and I accepted, but then a few months later she said we weren't very close anymore, so she pulled me out of it and replaced me with someone else. And I was like, look, the last minute, if this person pulls out, I'll just come back in.
Oh.
Sure enough, a month before the wedding, they pulled out, and so I had to go and quickly get dressed, get my dress made and everything.
Oh,
and
you see, the true friend was there all along.
Oh my god!
Yep, that's it, right?
Did you feel like you were growing apart when she said that, or did that were you not
I
expecting?
mean,
that?
a little bit. I was dating her brother at the time, so it's hard to maintain a good friendship when you're dating the brother because the brother gets jealous.
Yeah, right.
So.
Still, I mean, that's pretty hectic to be sort of taken out.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's it. We're still actually really good friends now, so we kissed and made up since then.
Can I just say, Carla, the smile on Ben's dial at the moment, knowing there's hope. Maybe Liam will change his mind and trade someone out of the four. Anything can happen. Is what I'll say. So just chin up, buddy.
More than 40 websites have been blocked by the authorities, and you could be using these websites every single day if you're a uni student, because they're websites designed for people to cheat. They're sites which offer assignments, essays, exam help. They've all been blocked. They get visited around 450,000 times a month.
Yeah, they're getting wise to it these days, aren't they? There's the golden age where you sort of, you use your mate's homework and you mix it up a little bit. So I remember it was year 12, we had to do To Kill a Mockingbird, which is it's been in the school curriculum for 100 years. I remember my grandma was like, oh, I did an assignment on that. I was like, really? And when she said that, I was like, well, there must be a few online kicking around.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I remember just looking up To Kill a Mockingbird assignment. And there was 4 up there. I was like, sweet, well, I'll just use that.
What do you mean you just used that? You just copy and pasted it?
Just copy and pasted it, and I didn't realise they have this little machine, right? That basically puts it through online and can check, the percentage of plagiarism, how much you've
How's
taken.
that possible? The other technology, though, to put your assignment into a system, and then that checks all websites on the internet.
It's
and then
just reverse searching things, you can reverse search images and see where they came from and that sort of stuff. And it came back with 100% plagiarism.
You didn't even change your name or the title or anything.
Your name isn't Michael Christensen. What the hell? But yeah, it was a full Saceboard thing.
Wow.
Yeah, but got away with it. I just did the assignment.
All right. When did you get caught cheating? 13, 24, 10. Maybe it was a while ago. You've had a bit of time now. You want to clear your conscience even if you want to admit to cheating?
Yeah, we don't mean in a relationship sense. We more mean, at work or uni assignments, maybe even at school. When did you get caught cheating? Rach, you're a cheater.
It's actually my friend from uni. She got done plagiarising herself in an assignment.
What do you mean?
She plagiarised herself. How does that work?
She plagiarised herself. So she was doing an assignment and thought that a paragraph from a previous assignment was really good. She copied and pasted it into the current assignment, forgot to change the sentence structure and submitted it. And then she got done for plagiarising herself.
Oh, well,
because
sucks.
so her old assignment would have been in a system somewhere and they put that through that system and then her own paragraph set off the machine.
Yep.
Did she argue it to the grave, or did the academics go? No,
she didn't. They just said, "Sorry, so sad, too bad."
You're out of the course.
So
You're fired.
she went from no, she didn't get fired, but she would have probably gotten a high distinction, and she dropped down to a distinction.
Wow.
Oh no!
What followed is a very sad life. Never got to achieve her dreams.
Connor joins us now. When did you get caught cheating?
Back in school, I had to give a speech from Romeo and Juliet's perspective. So I just took Taylor Swift's Love Story and had to give that. I had to read it slowly so I didn't break out into song.
Yeah, right. Did anyone... surely everyone in the room tweaked, right? It would have been, especially around that time, would have been getting absolutely smashed on the radio.
So I told all my friends, so they knew and they were laughing, but the teacher told them to shush because I had to give a serious
Keep going, Connor. This is beautiful. Well written. Do not laugh at him. Ben, when you do the shopping and you pull up into the driveway, how many trips are you doing to take all the shopping bags inside?
One.
Silly question, isn't it?
It is.
It's one. Every time. 2 trips is a sign of weakness.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you're by yourself and there's no one around, it's more for yourself than anyone else, right? It's not like you're trying to show off. It's just you don't want to admit that you're not strong enough to take a whole load of stuff in one trip.
Yeah, and it's just groceries. Come on.
I don't know.
They can be pretty heavy.
I don't know if it goes back to like Viking times or something like that. There's definitely something about it that feels quite ancient. It's like quite primal, isn't it? Well, I really tested myself last night because we've been away a hell of a lot over the past couple of weeks. And you sort of try and empty the fridge out slowly. So I did a huge shop last night to really stock up. So this was my greatest test yet. There was 10 bags of shopping. One bag was full of 6 almond milks.
Whoa.
Yeah. Another 5 soda waters. Yeah.
Why are you buying so much soda water?
I don't drink it. I don't drink the almond milk either. It's not for me. I just drink water and beer. That's pretty much all I have. But what I did is I got 5 bags on one side.
Yeah.
With the milks. 5 on the other, the soda waters, just an arm all the way through. You know what I'm saying? You have one on the wrist, and then they go along the forearm all the way up the bicep. Got that in nice and tight in a hook, and then I went the other arm, and got that, and then dismount. Used a lot of the knees. Didn't want to blow the back out.
Yeah,
and just took it one step at a time. I noticed myself doing a lot of. You know, you're red, you feel your sort of veins in your neck popping out. Just taking one step at a time from the garage into the house, and just before I reached the sliding door, I felt a little pop, little popping sensation, little and my left eye just went like the pressure from all the shopping bags just went like, and now like I'm honestly I'm in so much pain from my eye. I mean I don't go to gym and deadlift and that sort of stuff. Yeah. Like the shopping bags actually. And look, if I had to blow a gasket somewhere, I'd rather like my eye instead of my bum. But I think I pushed it too far. But I still, I'm happy to say I got it past the sliding door.
Yeah.
Technically did it all in one trip.
Did you shut the boot door though?
No, I can't. I'm actually blind. I'm legally blind in one eye now. Ben, let's turn the keys on the forbidden folder. This is where we do all the ideas that our bosses said no to in the past, but we figure, hey, we're coming up to 3 years at Nova. We've been here long enough. We'll just do what we want,
I reckon this one will be near the line, but I think it'll be fully fine. I think it'll be totally
it's
okay.
Too bad. I think it's interesting, but it's like not that. Yeah. Are you a nudist? 13 24 10 if you're a nudist. I mean, you probably don't have your phone in your pocket. So I don't know if
they're not always nude, are they?
I think they like to be. It's their main thing.
Is it they don't like clothes? Is it that thing where they don't like wearing it, so when they do get to take them off, any chance they get, they do?
Well, these are some of the questions that I would like to ask a nudist. I don't know if I've met one before. Then again, maybe I was, talking to a secret one who was clothed and feeling really uncomfortable at the time. I personally like wearing clothes. I don't even really like being naked in the shower. I wear a wetsuit. No. I don't know. I've never been one of those people that's like, it's my house, walking around naked. Like, not really. Not for me.
Yeah, I don't just walk around naked. I would walk from the shower to the bedroom on the other side of the house. I would walk that naked.
But that's you're not gonna, make some dinner and watch a movie naked, are you?
No way.
It'd feel weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I suppose, and I'm not knocking it if that's your thing. Maybe that's and obviously there's spots for it. I'm assuming there's sort of like meetups. 13 24 10. If you're a nudist, please give us a buzz. We have a lot of questions for you. Shaz, you're a nudist.
I am.
So, what made you become a nudist, Shaz?
Nothing made me become a nudist. I think I've been a nudist most of my life. In my family, it was just perfectly normal for us to be naked around the house.
So so it's just around the house. Like, do you sort of work like in town or something? Do you have to wear clothes for that, or do you work in a place?
I definitely have to wear clothes I'm a trainer, so I train adults, and I definitely have to be clothed to do that.
How annoying!
Oh, absolutely. But, as a nudist, I really do like to dress. I'm a girl. I like to be a girly girl.
Okay.
But, when women come home, the first thing that usually comes off is their bra. Well, not for me. It's everything. Look, I get naked in my backyard. I get naked at home. I have friends who are nudists. So when we go around to their house, we can, get naked as well. So
right. So when do you how sometimes it's rude to walk into someone's house with shoes on? Do you sort of walk into your nudist friend's house and go, good to see you, Jan? And then you just strip down at the front door and leave your clothes there and you walk in and have some chips and dips?
Sometimes we do.
Shaz, forgive me if I'm speaking out of school here, but is it encouraged or is it frowned upon to look at another nudist?
Okay, it's not encouraged because it is not being naked. Being naked is not necessarily sexy. I'm going to say that right up, okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm fully aware of that. I've seen myself in the mirror, Shaz. I know.
Yeah. It's not encouraged to look. Look, I'm a member of a club, and when you go to a club, your mind is in a completely different mindset. You're not there for sex, and you're not looking at sexy bodies. Mm-hmm. And honestly, our club is like if you think of it like a big 4 holiday park, but no one's got no clothes on.
Yeah, and so at these sort of clubs, is there...
Stay away from the trampolines.
Yeah, is there activities? Do you play
we do have a trampoline, but it's for the kids, not for us.
Okay, yeah. Is there any, like, do you play, like, sport and stuff, or...?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We have a swimming pool, we have a tennis court, we have a mini tennis court.
Hey, well, Shaz, thank you so much for shedding some light on the whole nudist thing for us.
You're welcome.
And we'll let you in on a little secret. We're currently nude. We're not Sharon, but I thought I'd put that visual out there.
Actually, Sharon, are you nude right now?
I am.
Sharon's been nude this whole time! Imagine finding out your partner lied about their age after you've married them.
How much did they lie about it?
Talking 5 years.
It's a fair bit.
Yeah. So she was 18 when they met.
Yeah.
But she said she was 19, 20, 21, 22, 5 years older.
Whoa.
Because he was like 29.
Whoa.
It's kind of weird.
That is weird.
They met at a nightclub. She was working at the nightclub.
So she was 18?
Yeah, but you can still work at a nightclub when you're 18. But you would assume if you're working at a club and you're meeting someone, they're like well above their age.
So she was 18 and she said she was 23?
Yeah, she said she was 22. So, yeah,
22.
give or take 5 years. And they've been together for 5 years.
Yeah.
And they've just tied the knot, and it's only just come out. Like, she's just pretended she was that age.
That's crazy.
This whole time.
That's crazy.
Because I suppose when does the lie stop, you know?
But the amount of times I've had to put my wife Sam's birthday in, and you have to have the right birthday for all sorts of forms. That's wild to get away with that lie.
She was just doing a lot of the admin, I think. It feels like a little bit deceitful, though, doesn't it?
Of course it does.
Like that, it's only sort of come out since then, since they were like changing the names and that sort of stuff, and that's when they were sort of doing a lot of the forms together.
Imagine finding out your partner's 5 years younger than you thought they were.
13, 24, 10. What did you find out about them after you got married? Maybe they'd been married twice before, and you only found that out after the fact. Because really, I think you should be airing a lot of your dirty laundry before you make your vows.
Maybe they had a very niche hobby that they didn't want you to know about. And then when you finally tied the knot, they thought, okay, I can reveal that I love trains.
Laura joins us now. What did you find out about them after you got married?
Okay, so this is actually going back about 20-odd years ago. Mm-hmm. I found out that my husband, after we got married, after quite a few years of being married, that he liked wearing women's underwear.
Are you kidding?
Oh, yeah, okay.
If that's what you're into, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
So, so he kept that secret from you, and then when you found out, did he tell you, or did you catch him?
Well, he actually walked in wearing it.
Yeah.
Oh, so he...
that was his way of letting me know.
Right, okay.
All the time, or sometimes as a special treat?
Well, I'm not sure about when he was at work and stuff like that,
right.
But other than that, especially in the bedroom.
Oh, yeah.
Are you still together?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. What did he do for a crust, if you don't mind me asking?
Computing.
Okay.
I'm just imagining our IT guys in women's underwear. Right?
Yeah.
It's not a great visual.
Yeah.
I suppose, yeah. I mean, you know, when you're doing the washing, that sort of stuff, and when you're always out of underwear, and this guy's always got an abundance of... How come you got so much Bonds and Rios over there, and I can never find a pair of knickers when I need some?
Last night, Liam, the most valuable thing in my house was destroyed. So the cats were in a weird mood after dinner. You haven't got cats. I got two.
Yeah, I don't really. I'm allergic to cats, and I spend most of my life avoiding them. So I'm not really up to date with a lot of their behaviours, but they they spook easily, don't they?
Yep. Anyone with a cat would know that when they get in a strange mood, they run around the house. They're doing all sorts of weird stuff. So Sam and I went to bed, and after about 2 minutes of silence, laying in bed, we heard a God Almighty crash. So we painfully get out of bed because we're scared to see what's broken. And then I go to the kitchen first because that's kind of where they do most of their work. There was nothing broken in the kitchen. And then I heard my wife, Sam, scream.
Interesting scream from her. That was the actual scream you were recording on your phone at the time.
The scream came from the office.
Oh, God, no, please. Please don't tell me.
Now, you've been over my house many times.
I must admit, when you said your prized possession, and I know in the study, or as you like to call it, the fortress, it spends a little slice of heaven. He's got it fully decked out. He's got the original PlayStation 1, and he's got 2, 3, 4, and 5, plus the Game Boy. He's got like every console you could imagine.
The Switch is up there. So, and recently what I've done is I've kind of upgraded the setup, and I've installed these IKEA shelves, and they start down low on the floor, and they go up, essentially like steps. And as each step goes up, I've kind of got all this memorabilia on there. So what happened was the cat had jumped up the shelf stairs. It got to the top shelf where all my PlayStations are. The shelf gave way from the cat's weight, and all the PlayStation things fell onto the PlayStation, and all my memorabilia that I've collected all fell on the floor. All the shelves were broken. It was an absolute disaster. Yeah.
And how much does it cost to euthanize a cat these days?
I didn't need a euthanizer. Oh, I was so mad. Obviously, the cat was fine. The cat was fine, obviously. I'm joking. But it was a disaster. 2014. What did your cat destroy?
Louise. What happened? What did the cat destroy?
Hi, Ben and Liam. My wedding dress, it got to it the night before my wedding.
No, you're kidding. That is not good. That's really not good. And when you say got to it, what do you mean? It just got its claws in it and just started picking at it, or?
Hanging up, and it got, like, the train had beading on it, and as I say, the claws got to the little bits of beading and bits of beading.
That's a cat dream. I can already tell. Was it salvageable, or did you have to get a new dress?
I was like, oh, we'll see it. It's all right. It's on the train. And I think, I'm not sure if she got out her needle and whatever, but there was no going back. It was too late to pick them up.
Oh, Louise, the wedding dress.
Yeah, no, I wanted the tattered look. It's kind of like the Kanye clothes. Moth-eaten. That's the vibe.
It's a debate, a big debate. Who will win medallion?
Anyone can have a say on who wins the big debate, whether it be Ben or myself.
You're definitely going to have an opinion on today's debate. I like to think that Adam and Eve were debating this.
Yeah, it's cats versus dogs. And I am a big dog man. Ben, you are traditionally a cat guy. You also now have a dog. So you have an interesting perspective.
I would say I'm probably more of a dog person than you are, to be honest. I grew up with I had like 40 dogs growing up. Having said that, I do also have 2 cats. And I've learnt that there's so many intricacies with cats. They are super funny. I'll save it for my debate.
Yeah,
I'll save it for my debate because it's easy to get ahead of yourself.
I'm not a cat guy. I
know you're not.
People are like, oh, funny cat videos online. Like, lame. I just like, watching dogs be goofy. Slow,
being
slobbery and happy.
Reunited with their dads that were in the army.
Yeah, that's the best. Okay, well, we both have 45 seconds each. You think you're running more at 30?
Well, no, I've got probably 45 seconds, but the time is 30.
Cool. Yeah, we're still working out the new way of doing the big debate. Well, Ben, you have as much time as you want. Your debate starts now.
The Egyptians worshipped cats as gods, and for good reason. You don't have to walk them. They're cheaper because they eat less food, and you can train them to use a real toilet. Dogs stink and make a big mess. Yuck. Cats are pure and clean. A study conducted in 2017 says cat owners have higher IQs in respect to their dumb dog-owning counterparts.
What?
Dogs love everyone. Cats, on the other hand, are more standoffish. When a dog showers you with affection, it might be nice, but you know everyone else is getting that same treatment. When a cat warms up to you, you feel special and unique, like you've earned it. According to research conducted by a New Zealand researcher in 2009, dogs have a 2.1 time environmental impact on the environment compared to cats. That's one heck of a carbon paw print. In closing, cats rule and dogs drool all over your house and your furniture.
Look, I know the time went for 30 seconds and I said you had 45, but I think that was 2 minutes 40.
That was not, that was
You
45.
just took as much time as you wanted, didn't you? Okay. Well, let's get into it. Dogs are man's best friend. They help the blind. They keep our borders safe. What are cats known for? Coughing up furballs and not dying. Having 9 lives is unnatural. It's witchcraft, I tell you, and it can't be trusted. Dogs get so excited when you get home. They're bouncing off the walls. Sometimes if you go to the toilet long enough, they're even excited after that. Cats couldn't give a rat's. They don't want to know you. They also poo in a sandbox. It's weird. Everyone who has a cat in their house just stinks. It's got a cat smell. I'm also allergic to them, and a lot of people are, I know. Have you ever heard of a dog allergy? It's not a thing.
I feel like you fizzled towards the end.
I didn't fizzle.
You
I
fizzled.
Just using my time wisely.
You saying my house stinks?
A little bit.
All right, look, you get to have an opinion on this. You can text us what you think, 0400 919 919. Cats versus dogs. Who won the big debate? Was it me saying cats? Was it Liam saying dogs?
Producer Belle has the results.
I do. I'll just flag firstly a lot of texts coming through saying Liam choked.
I didn't choke,
You
guys.
did.
What specific part did I... when did I choke?
You got to the end and you slowed down. I reckon you fumbled a little bit and then you choked.
Well, at least I didn't speak well over my time.
But I will say
Yes.
it is close.
Belle, I feel like you take this result very personally because you're a passionate cat supporter.
I keep refreshing, just getting those last few texts in
Just
just
making
so
sure.
I can win. Okay, winning by just 5%.
Whoa.
With 55 in total.
Gee.
Dogs win. Liam, you win.
That was a debate, a big debate. We now have the winner.
Who let the dogs out?
Ben and Liam is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.